I'm back on Roblox Steal a Brainrot. And guys, today I got a really good idea. I'm gonna be using a fake server in order to steal from my friends. So as you guys can see, my Steal a Brainrot base is currently empty. That's because all of my friends over here, as soon as I went to the bathroom to go take a pee, they literally came in and stole all of my Brainrots. Don't ask why I was taking a pee that was that long. But look, they literally filled up their bases with all of my stuff. So today, I'm gonna be making an entire different Steal a Brainrot server. I'm gonna be making a complete copy of this game, bringing them on, and then while they think they're safe, I'm just gonna be stealing all of their Brainrots. You'll see what I mean by this in a moment. But the first thing that we're gonna need to do is go into another Steal a Brainrot server, because I can't do this while my friends are in here. So I'll be right back. And all right, here we are. I just joined into a brand new Steal a Brainrot server. Now it is time to commence our plan. So as you guys know, I've got admin servers on Steal a Brainrot. So what we're gonna be doing to set up this prank is go into the chat over here, and we're gonna need to run this command called /b tools. This is just gonna give me this building tools block that literally lets me edit anything in the entire server. So what we're going to be doing is literally just making a copy of this island over here with a copy of all of the people's bases who join. And while my friends are on this copy of the island that we've made, we're going to be on the real island stealing back all of my Brainrots. You'll see what I mean by this in a moment. But first things first, let's also go into the chat and give ourselves the fly command. This way we're going to be able to fly around, and it's going to make this all much easier. Anyways, first things first that we need to do in order to set up this fake server is we're going to need to create a copy of the entire Steal a Brainrot. So let's go over here and let's just select the entire Steal a Brainrot game. Literally just everything. There we go. I think, hold on, we've actually got everything selected. This is crazy. Why am I upside down? That was weird. It looks like we've got everything selected, including all of these Brainrots over here though. So let's wait for all of these Brainrots that we have selected to disappear, and then we're just going to duplicate all of this. I'm not going to lie, I haven't tested this, so I don't really know if this is going to work, but I've got a good feeling about this. Let's just wait for all of these Brainrots to disappear. What in the world is this thing over here? This is kind of cool. When you have everything selected, you can see the hitboxes of exactly where everything is. We got some interesting stuff over here. Very interesting. Anyways, it looks like this is the last Brainrot that we had selected. Now that all of the Brainrots on the conveyor belt are unselected, we are safe to copy everything. So let's go all the way out over here, and oh boy, we are about to be copying a lot of stuff over here. Hopefully this doesn't crash the server. Let me click the clone button real quick, and everything has been cloned. All right, now let's move everything over here, and oh, look at this. Everything has been cloned except for the floor, it looks like. But everything else looks perfectly cloned. That's fine. We can easily build the floor ourselves in a moment. But all right, here's what I'm thinking we do. Let's go ahead and move our fake Steal a Brainrots all the way out over here. And then what we're going to need to do is start preparing this thing. We got to add a floor and stuff. And uh-oh. No, hold on a second. Stuff is falling out. Wait, what's Blood Moon spin? Why is there a Blood Moon spin? The Blood Moon event was ages ago. Oh, look at that. It is underneath the Steal a Brainrot. Interesting. I am learning so much today. Anyways, let's make our way up over here. We got to go into the little Steal a Brainrot island that we've created. And now it is time to add the floor. Let's go ahead and stop flying for a moment and look at this. This feels so surreal. We've got Steal a Brainrot except in the void. And wait, look, the best part is my base cloned as well. We've got my base over here. That's my clone base. And then we should have my real base over here too. Let me just go through this invisible wall, and yes, look at this. We've got the actual base over here and then the copy of the base over here. I'm going to make it so that whenever my friends load into the server, they're going to spawn in this part of the world. And while they're over here looking at their bases and stuff, little do they know their actual bases are going to be right over there, and they're going to be getting robbed blind. Anyways, we got to do a couple of things now. First things first, we got to add an actual floor over here. In order to do that, it should be pretty easy actually. I think we can just place a block right over here. That looks pretty good. And then let's move it down a little bit. There we go. That's not down. How do I move it down? This is so hard. It's not moving down. Why are the things to move it all the way over here? This makes absolutely no sense at all. Oh wait, hold on. I can use these things to move it. There we go. All right, so let's move this thingy down just right below the red carpet. Not that low. Hold on. We got to move it at 0.5 increments. There we go. Oh, look at that. That looks perfect. That is perfectly underneath the red carpet. Now all we've got to do is just make this thingy really big so that it covers the entire floor, and then boom, we've literally got a clone of Steal a Brainrot. Okay, hold on. The floor is not actually there yet. We got to add depth to it, I think. Let's go ahead and oh my goodness, every time I edit the floor, it makes it go just limp and makes me go through it. Let's go ahead and just make this thingy expand to take up the entire island, and then we can make it green and make it look exactly like the Steal a Brainrot floor. Wow, was Steal a Brainrot, like the original game, really this easy to make? You just drag a couple of floor panels, a couple of the wall panels and stuff, and then you're good to go. I think it was. Okay, well, let's go ahead and make this thing green now. We got to select this, choose the green color. Okay, that is way too green. Is this the right green? Oh no, hold on. We're gonna need to find the exact green that the floor is. For now, let's just leave it like this, and we also got to go ahead and change the texture of this. Right now, everything is flat, but in normal Steal a Brainrot, everything is supposed to be made out of studs. So let's go ahead and just select the studs surface type, and look at that. This looks perfect. This almost looks like actual Steal a Brainrot. All we got to do is just color everything to actually actually look green and not glowy like that. Wait, hold on. I think we can just use this color picker to pick the color over here off this collecting thing. Never mind, it doesn't work. Okay, we need to select the color manually then. No, wait, I don't want to be changing the color of the base. Uh-oh, what have I done? Undo, undo, undo. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to the floor here. And then we need to change the color from lime green into just normal green. Why is it so glowy? That's the part that I don't understand. Okay, wait, let's cancel this. Maybe lime green is fine. Maybe what we need to do is just change the material. Never mind, not to brick. We're not changing it to brick. Maybe we got to change it to like plastic or something. Is there any plastic here in the materials list? Aha, there it is. But the plastic is glowy. Why is the plastic? I don't understand why it's glowy. Reflectance. The reflectance is 0. What if we change it to 1? Okay, now it's literally a mirror. Huh. All right. This is gonna be trickier than I thought. Oh, wait a second. I'm actually kind of being a bozo right now. We don't even need this floor at all. Let's go ahead and delete this entire floor. What we can do instead of creating our own floor and trying to copy the color is, look, we can just copy the wall over here and then just use this. Go ahead and clone that wall, move it this way, and yeah, this will work perfectly fine for our floor. Pretty sure we can even resize it and stuff. Yeah, look at that. This is exactly what we need. This is the exact Steal a Brainrot floor color. Pretty sure. Let's go ahead and just bring it down right here underneath the red carpet. There we go. And all right, yeah, look at this. We now have our very own Steal a Brainrot floor. I'm like 99% sure this is the right color. Let's go double check though. It feels a little off. So normal Steal a Brainrot floor looks like this. Okay. This looks pretty floory. Very, very floory indeed. It looks the same color as the walls over here. So I think this looks just like Steal a Brainrot. Yeah, I think we're good. We're good. Let's go. All right. Well, now that we've got the floor, there's a couple more things that we got to add to make this look like an exact one-on-one replica. The big obvious one is the brain rots. Yeah, we literally have no brain rots coming out of the conveyor belt right now. But I think I know an easy way that we can do that. As you can see over here, we've got this big red carpet thingy where all the brain rots are coming out of. And I'm pretty sure at the starts and the ends of these red carpets, there's like little spawner thingies. There's little thingies that we can select that are responsible for spawning in the brain rots. This thing right down here, this little invisible box. I think if we can just select this, then we should be able to copy it over. But the problem is, how do we select it? Hold on. Whenever I try to select it, it makes me select the red carpet instead. Can I just select everything here and then unselect the stuff that I don't need? Let's try that. Does this work? I can't unselect stuff. Huh, that's annoying. Oh wait, never mind. I can. Look at this. We've got it. All right, let's just unselect everything that we don't need. Gotta unselect this gray wall over here. How do I unselect? It's not letting me unselect the gray wall. Uh-oh. We might be a little bit cooked here. It's fine, actually. We can leave the gray wall in our selection. We can copy the gray wall. That's not too important. Let's go ahead and try duplicating this now. And wait. How is this gonna work if we duplicate this? Is it just gonna create another spawner and everything is just gonna walk that way? I think there's like another thingy over there that's the opposite of a spawner. There's like a collector over there that needs to be paired with this. I don't know if cloning this is gonna work, but let's give it a try. Let me hit the clone button and okay, we hit clone. I don't see anything happening though, I'm not gonna lie. Can I move stuff? Oh, yep, it looks like I indeed can. Huh, I don't think we can clone this thing. I think this brain rot generator thing, you can only have one of them on the server. Well, that's kind of annoying, but I guess in that case, we can just move it over there to the fake server because we don't actually need the brain rots in the real server over here because we're just going to be robbing everyone. We don't actually need to buy any brain rots. All right, well, that's pretty convenient. Let's go ahead and select all of the stuff here again. Unselect all the stuff that we don't need. And now we should be able to just move everything over. Let's give this a shot. We're going to need to do this pretty quick. Actually, wait, before we move everything over, let's also go to the other side over here and let's select the collector too. Let's see. Can I select everything at the same time here? Let's see if I can make this happen. Let me try putting down my selection here and boom, look at that. We got the collector and the spawner both selected. All right, now that we've got everything selected, I think we should be good to try moving everything over. I can see these big yellow buttons over here. Let's try using these to move everything over. Huh, okay, this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna start with this button over. Actually, let's start with this button over here. Let's try moving everything over this side. And okay, we're cloning all the walls. This is great. But wait, are we cloning the brain rots too? We are! Look at that! The brain rots are coming over too. Oh, and look, we're also getting the guaranteed legendary and guaranteed mythic timer. I'm pretty sure in our clone, yep, the guaranteed legendary and guaranteed mythic timer, they weren't moving. So if we move these over, this is gonna make it even more realistic. This is actually great. It looks like all the brain rots are falling into the void though. That might be a problem later. We might want to build a little temporary floor down here so that we don't fill the server with like a trillion brain rots and then have everything lag out. Let's go ahead and just put a little floor for these brain rots to spawn on and then walk over here to where they're gonna die. And okay, we need to make a couple changes here. Since we selected this brown wall and the brown wall on this other side too, we're gonna need to delete the ones that we have in our version of the game. So let's go ahead and make a couple of selections and delete. We also got to delete this thing and this thing up over here. And then on the other side, we just got to delete all the walls, it looks like. We got to delete the brown wall, the gray wall, and the green wall. All right, so now we should be good to move everything over. This is actually going to be so sick. Let's just select all of this stuff again. Hold on, I got to get in a good spot to select this. Let's go over here into first person. Can I do this in first person? I cannot. Okay, we're going to have to do it in third person then. How do do I do this without selecting myself? I'm gonna run off this way, and okay, now we should be good. Let's just select all of the stuff in here. I think we've got everything selected, and now let's just move it all over. Oh, wait, hold on. We should wait for the brain rots to get unselected, because I don't want to be cloning and moving these guys around. Look at this. The brain rots, as soon as they touch that brick over there, they just die. So this is how steal a brain rot works. Very, very interesting. All right, brain rots, one by one. Come on. Go to your little death brick. It's time for you guys to disappear. And okay, looks like they're all gone. Now let's go ahead and move everything over just like this. And okay, I think we've got everything perfectly aligned now. Sweet. Now the brain rots should start spawning over here. Actually, wait, hold on. We've got it slightly misaligned. We're gonna need to move this a little bit. Also, why are there no brain rots spawning in? This is awkward. Wait, what? They're still spawning over here? Did I not move something properly? It looks like we have the spawning brick over here. Maybe there's another one over here that I need to select. What the heck? What's going on here? Wait. What happened? Wait, what? Hold on. I actually have no idea what's going on. Why in the world are the brain rots spawning over here? Can I select this and then have them follow me? Hey, brain rots, we gotta go. We got places to be. Can't be spawning over here right now. Hold on. Let me try moving everything. What's this gonna do if I move everything back? Nothing? The brain rots are still spawning here? Okay, what? Let me try undoing everything. Let me try undoing everything that I just did. Maybe I did something wrong in a previous step. Okay, wait. I just spammed undo a bunch of times and now the brain rots are spawning here again. Okay, I'm gonna try moving everything over one more time. There we go. All right, I just moved everything over here another time and now it looks like everything's working. Perfect. We've got the brain rots spawning on the conveyor belt. They are a little bit off center. Let me go ahead and fix that real quick. We're gonna need to move everything a little bit over to the left side like that. And all right, this is looking pretty good. Slight problem though. It looks like I forgot to delete the old version of this title thing here. Oh, never mind. Now it's gone. I don't know what just happened, but everything looks good. We've got the brain rot spawning over here. We've got all of everything over here is kind of messed up. I'm not gonna lie, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine because we're not even, my friends aren't even gonna see this part of the lobby. They're only gonna see our fake server because as soon as they join, we're gonna make it so that they get teleported over here. In order to do that, all we gotta do is just run this little command, semicolon teleports, and then all me. Now this should teleport everyone on the server to me. Of course, there's nobody on the server right now, but as soon as my friends join, I'm gonna run that command on them. Anyways, this is all looking pretty great, but there's one more thing that I want to do. Inside of Steal a Brain Rot, in the shop, you can actually buy a flying carpet that lets you fly. I don't know if my friends have the flying carpet. If they do though, they're probably gonna be able to fly back over here to their actual bases, which spawn over here, and stop me from stealing the brain rots. So what we're gonna need to do is create an invisible box around the fake server over here. Let's go over here to the fake server, and creating an invisible box is actually gonna be really, really easy. Literally all we do is just build a normal box and then just make it invisible. Why did that block spawn all the way up there? I don't know what's going on with our block spawning right now, but something is up. Anyways, this invisible box is gonna be pretty easy to make. We just gotta put one wall there, clone it, and then move it all the way over here. What is up with my selections? Why are they all the way over there? I have no idea what's going on, but let's move everything this way. There we go. Does this look good? Yep, this looks good. No leaks for people to escape from. Let's clone this and then rotate it real quick. These selections are crazy. Let's rotate it over there, and then we can just move it to be over here. Okay, that's a bit of a wonky rotation. Let's fix that. There we go. All right, now it's all rotated perfectly, which means that we should be good to put it down here on this side of the wall. All right, perfect. Once we're done with the wall, we should be able to just make everything invisible with the click of a button, and then it is going to be time to bring my friends on. There we go. I think that's the last wall that we need. Oh, wait, no, there's actually one more important wall that we need that will be very important for stopping people from flying out, and that is, of course, a roof. We're going to need a roof on here. Let's put a block down right there, and then there we go. Roof complete, and all right, now we just got to make all of this invisible, and then we should be good to go. And done. Boom. There we go. Now we've got an invisible wall going around the entire thing. Wait, one small problem, though. We're going to need a way for us to get in. I guess we can make ourselves a little opening in the ceiling right over here on this side. Yeah, we can leave this side of the base open, and hopefully none of my friends are going to discover this and fly through it, but I think we should be good to go. Now, all we got to do is just get my friends on here, and as soon as they join, I got to run that teleport all to me command, and then they should all be over here. This is going to be one crazy prank. Let me join into their call real quick so that I can get them to join. Yo, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Oh, hey, Dad.
Hi, Dash.
Oh, Dash, thanks for all those brain rots over here. My base is generating so much money per second.
Yeah. You guys know I didn't give those to you, right? You guys kind of stole them.
Baby Dash said that you were trying to give them to us.
Yeah.
Baby Dash lied to you. I was peeing, and then you guys took them all.
Why were you in the bathroom for so long?
Why were you in the bathroom while your brain rots were out in the open, buddy?
I thought I could trust you guys, but okay, hold on. You guys stole all my brain rots. I was wondering if you guys can join my lobby for a moment. I have something to show you.
You're not going to try stealing my brain rots, are you?
Your brain rots? Those were... yeah, I'm not going to try stealing your brain rots, Baby Dash. I just want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys what it's like to be be so poor and so broke and steal a brain rot.
Oh, okay. I'm joining.
I can't even imagine that.
I guess I can join.
Okay, I just joined back onto the server. Now my base is over here. Let's see if I can successfully steal anything now. I'm just gonna do a test on this Los Orcalitas thingy.
Hey, who's stealing my Los Orcalitos?
Something really weird is going on.
Wait, no! I can't steal anything! I think because I've edited the game so much, I must have broken the stealing feature. But you know what? I can still delete stuff. Hold on, let me respawn real quick so that I can get this brain rot out of my hand.
Hold on a second. Dash, you're definitely doing something. What are you doing?
All right, guys. You know what? I want to teach you guys a lesson. This is what you guys get for stealing my brain rots. Now, hold on. Let me bring you guys all over to me real quick. Let me just do /TP all me, and then I'm just gonna quickly hold on. Freeze everyone.
What is this? Why can't I move?
What in the world?
All right. Now that you guys are frozen, I want to show you guys. My plan kind of failed. I'm not gonna lie. Turns out I wasn't able to steal your guys' brain rots when I brought you guys to that other island, but I can delete all your guys' brain rots. So, yeah, I'm gonna go do that now.
Wait, what?
But no, Dash. What's the point of that? I'll give you brain rots. I'll give you brain rots.
Dash, you don't have to do this.
I'll delete them all right now, unless you guys promise to never steal from me again.
I'll never steal from you again. I'll never steal. I promise. We're sorry.
I won't steal anymore. I won't steal anything.
It's hard to explain. I may or may not have made like a fake server to try to trick you guys on, and then it kind of backfired. It didn't work.
That's not fair at all. Hey, Dash, let us go and just leave us alone.
These admin powers are way too OP.
All right, you know what? I'll let you guys go if you promise to give me back my brain rots after we leave the server and rejoin.
Yes. I
Fine,
promise.
I guess I'll give you back your brain rot.
Me too, but I'm gonna steal them later tonight when you go to sleep.
Heck no, I'm changing my account password. That is not happening. All right, well, I guess a deal is a deal. Pleasure doing business with you guys. Wait, what happens if I do this? Oh, look at that. Wait. Oh.
Hey, yo, Dash! Hey, let me get out of here. Come here.
Oh, are all his brain rots gone?
Well, you know, they weren't his brain rots to begin with, so I guess we're in the clear. Ow!
Get out of here.
What's wrong with you?
You deleted all my brain rots.
Don't do that to my base.
Those are my brain rots, guys. I'll do it if I want to. That was pretty crazy, and if you want to watch the next video, then click on the video on the screen right now.